I love being a member of More Harmony because everyone is just so welcoming and you can be just whoever you want to be. And even if you can't sing that well, the atmosphere just makes you sing better and it's just great.
I love being with More Harmony because I just love the spirit that comes with all of us being together and the joy that we bring each other with our singing. Just one lovely family.
They make it look effortless.
She and I, because we used to go to Keep Fit together, we often travelled together, so we were chatting and I think I just said, oh, we need a new chorus in Cornwall, and wanted something in North Cornwall because there were a couple in the south part. So we thought, let's have a go and see what happens.
I met Pauline, first of all, through, she stayed at the cottage. There was a concert being held with Champagne Chorus in the village Methodist church, and being Pauline, as she usually was, sold tickets. So I said, well, I'll take one, I may not go. But I did go and thoroughly enjoyed it and asked Pauline if I may join or at least come along and see. And that's where I met Pauline, and Catherine also lived in the village, and the three of us travelled together, and that was the beginning of my barbershop career. I think I'd just finished at Champagne when they mentioned that they were going to begin the chorus, and they asked if I'd be their treasurer, which I declined because I'd just finished being treasurer for a number of years with the previous chorus, so that was my reason for not actually being a family member.
I remember it because we didn't know how many people were going to come and if anybody would come. You know, they just sort of drifted in and a few people came together with friends. And the main thing I remember is that Sean, who was our MD then, she brought along a TV and showed us a video of one of the choruses competing at competition. I can't remember who, but she just wanted to give people an idea of what it was all about, because I don't suppose they knew. And I think that might have been a little bit daunting for some of them to see all these people on stage in these fancy costumes, because that might not have been what they were expecting. But we were just thrilled that so many people, I think there were over 20 people there.
I joined More Harmony in about 2013. I saw an advert for them in the back of the Camelfordian magazine. I had been through quite a bad bout of depression, so I was quite isolated and I needed to do something that was going to get me out of the house and around other people again. And I hadn't sung since like school choir, but I liked singing, so I thought that's something I could do, and I knew that I didn't want to join a choir or like a choral society and sing classical music, and I didn't know anything about Barbershop, so I thought, well, I'll go along and see what it's like. So I went along to a rehearsal, joined in with a warm-up, listened to them sing, and I thought, I'll give it a go. I would say to rest. I've been a chorus member for maybe a couple of weeks, and we were getting ready to perform at the Sweet Adeline's convention, and we had a lady come along to help us choreograph our performance, and I think it was either that week or the next week, Sian said, would you mind kind of being in charge of helping everybody with the choreography, mostly because I was the only one that sort of remembered it. And I managed to be able to do it back to front so that I could face the chorus and still do the choreography the right way around. So I started as sort of the choreographer.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'd had a rather a meltdown after the Christmas with chorus members leaving because the new chorus had opened up primarily. I think that was the grass is greener attitude, which is fair enough. And as long as they were singing, that's all that I was bothered about. The ship was sinking, however. And we were sitting round at the meeting. I think we only had about 8, 9 members left. And it was decided we would need a director. And it was mentioned that we could advertise, which we did advertise later. And in the meantime, Leslie said, well, if nobody else is going to give it a bash, I'll have a go at it. To which we all went, phew.
I knew it was going to be sort of a lot of work and I probably wasn't going to be very good at it. But it was just, I got so much out of being part of More Harmony that I felt like I had to do everything I could to kind of keep it afloat. And if it didn't work, then I would at least know that I'd given it my best shot. So I said I'd fill in, I'd do the job for a little while you find someone that's got more experience, because I'd only been part of the chorus for 2 years. So I knew very little. I was just a little baby and they just haven't got rid of me yet.
I must admit, I was sceptical because Leslie hadn't been singing Barbershop for very long. However, in retrospect, I think she's doing a fantastic job and the improvement over those years has been immense. So well done, Leslie.
I joined More Harmony in September of 2016. It was a 5-week course which was for no charge, and I just thought that I had nothing to lose by going along. I knew I loved to sing and was very nervous about going along because it was going to obviously be a room full of strangers. However, when I walked in, it didn't really matter because everyone was friendly and it was like you'd walked into a room full of friends anyway. Enjoyed the evening and that was it. I was hooked.
I just moved to Weybridge and I didn't know anyone, and I was really lucky. There was an event at the town hall and I was looking for a gardening club, and I went in, and actually Val and Sally, very long time members of More Harmony, were sat there, and I just literally went up to them. They were so friendly and they said, well, we've got this singing course, why don't you come along? Well, I'm actually looking for a gardening club. And they said, well, just come and sing, because anyone can sing. I can't sing. And they were, no, come along, anyone can do it. And that was really the push I needed to meet them. And it was just absolutely wonderful. I can't describe the emotion of standing in there with these amazing women and just singing for the first time ever. More Harmony had really, really tough times when I joined. They were down to their uppers. They'd had a huge amount of turmoil and churn. But the ladies that were left singing were real true stalwarts of More Harmony and were absolutely sold to and loved it. They sort of injected everyone else with that enthusiasm and love for More Harmony. You know, it's a special group. The most vivid memory is obviously I'd started on the course in the October and the AGM was in the January, and Pauline, bless her, was very ill at the time with cancer, and I was having a cup of tea in the kitchen just about a week before the AGM, and myself and Gemma had put ourselves down to sort of like help with PR. We just thought, oh, we've got a bit of time, we can help with PR. And Pauline came to find me and sort of grabbed my hand and she said, Sarah, we're desperate need of a chairman. And I said to her, well, what does the chairman do? And she said to me, I'm not kidding you, answer a few emails. And I think I did it for Pauline more than anything. And I was just like, oh, you know, how bad can it be? You know, at least someone's better than no one. And so that was it. And bless her, Leslie, musical director, you know, was there. And I really felt that my job was just to take some of the weight off her shoulders. She'd taken so much on, has stepped up, become musical director. And I just didn't think she could face the the huge trial of everything else.
Nothing to me was so what good living to me, ooh, God only knows what I do.
So I became a full member of More Harmony in January of 2018. In 2017, in the November, I had gone to a 5-week singing course. And honestly, from within minutes of walking through the door the first night of the course, I knew they were never going to get rid of me. I basically had found somewhere that felt completely at home. There were people there that just, I felt like I clicked with instantly. There was just the loveliest, most welcoming atmosphere. And I thought, yeah, this is for me. This is where I'm going to stay. And when the course ended, all I kept thinking of was, I need January to hurry up and come so the new year can start and I can go and I can take my audition and become a proper full member of More Harmony. And that's exactly what I did. So I had literally just passed my audition when Sarah G, our then chairman, came up to me and said, look, you seem to know your way around social media and we need a new social media officer on the committee. And I was more than happy to do that because, like I said, I'd come into this place and just felt so completely at home instantly. I wanted to do everything that I could to help them out. I wanted to be as involved as I could. So I became social media officer, and then we had a committee meeting at Pauline's house, and I went along, and one of the things we had to do was read the contract for Leslie, our director. And we were all reading this contract, and I noticed that it said, in the absence of the director, the assistant director will run rehearsals, etc., etc. And I went, oh, who's assistant director? And Leslie just sort of looked at me and went, nobody. Are you offering? I knew nothing about directing, but I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to do it. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll be assistant director, and started studying for my DCP soon after that. And hopefully I know a little bit more now than I did then. Pauline really was the driving force behind More Harmony. There wouldn't be a chorus without her. You know, her and Catherine set it up together. She was so passionate about us being the absolute best we could be. She helped me and supported me. She supported Leslie so much. I know that all of us are so, so grateful to Pauline.
To this day, I can't sing Lulu or good old a cappella without having Barb stood next to me. And she's physically there, Em. I can't tell you. I sing those two songs and she's there. And good old a cappella, absolutely, because of her singing Bum Bum Bum, you know, in Marks and Spencer. And I see her smile, and and it's you just, and Pauline as well, you know, these people who came and went. It's a real tie. And I think that's probably something to do around that emotional singing and that connection.
It's a cliche to say that the people that we've lost are still with us in every song we sing, but it's completely true.
Acting 17, this is the nearest.
There's something magical about the way that music brings people together and the way that music creates memories that just don't disappear. And for us, all of us in More Harmony, there are certain songs that remind us of certain people who've come and gone, and I think they always will.
Being close to craziness and being close to you.
I joined More Harmony in September 2019, and I found More Harmony through a very good friend, Julie Martin Evans, who recommended More Harmony as she was already singing with you, and she couldn't recommend More Harmony any more than she did do. I had a glowing reference from her. I just felt that More Harmony had something that I was looking for, everybody being together and singing together and a nice atmosphere, sounding natural. learning to be co-chair. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting loads of support from Emma, who's my co-chair. I'm enjoying it. It's nice to have some responsibility. I'm relatively new to More Harmony, and I was really touched to be asked as co-chair. So yeah, really, really chuffed.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing and bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Bella mama, hey.
I have to say, one of the absolute highlights, not just of being in More Harmony, but one of my life highlights, full stop, was going out to Germany with 5 of the other girls and standing on a stage and singing at this amazing Christmas event. And we were very nervous, and I think we just all thought, this could be the only time we ever get to do something like this. Let's just have a lot of fun with it. And so we stood on this stage and we were trying to make jokes and we were doing little dance routines. And the audience were absolutely loving it. They were laughing, they were clapping and cheering, and just to feel that love, and I know it sounds really corny, but to feel that affection from the audience was incredible. And when we came off stage and we sang with our friend Monica, who was a member of More Harmony and is German and had gone back to Germany, and it was her that arranged for us to go over and be a part of this concert, to sing with her and her friends from her chorus out there was so special.
It's just nice, all of us being together and sharing our ideas and sharing our voices and singing at the end. After the show, we sat in the foyer and we were singing our favourite carols, sort of doing rounds and that kind of thing, and it was really beautiful and natural.
Going to Germany last Christmas, I mean, Super Trooper on the stage. It was just incredible to be on that stage and to have that applause and that sympathy and love. I think that's what I really felt on that stage. It was just like a love for what we delivered. It was just so lovely.
Oh, it's the joy of the week. I look forward to it, sometimes with trepidation, because I've not quite learned sufficiently the part I should be singing. I like being in the little cupboard with my Barry section, and we do practice and run through everything and then just catch up with a quick word or two of what's happening. But it's good to see the youngsters, and singing is good for us.
It's not hyperbole to say that it changed my life forever, walking through those doors. It introduced me to people who are so important to me. It gave me my best friend, who is also my business partner. So my life is in a completely different place than it would be if I had never gone to a More Harmony rehearsal. More Harmony is a really special place.
More Harmony has a really wonderful atmosphere to it, and it's something that people who come and visit or who come and join remark on, is how welcoming, how friendly, how fun everything is, and how inclusive it is. And that's really important to me, and I think that just comes from the members being so welcoming. And because we all love what we do, I think that comes across to people, is that we're having such a great time, and it makes people want to be part of what we're doing.
We're really supportive of each other, and I think that's really important, and it creates this lovely feeling of friendship.
More Harmony is special. It is special because it's so inclusive, and we are a home for every singer.
More Harmony is particularly special to me because we just sound so natural and at ease with each other. I think that we sound really, really good because of that.
It's like walking into a room full of your family. You feel like you've got a whole new bunch of friends that you just can't wait to see again.
I'm thrilled that you are still going, and when I found out it was the 10th anniversary, I was so surprised. I didn't realise it had been such a long time.
Dum 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 dum.
I think in 10 years it would be lovely if we were still going strong, still having a great time, managing to sing out lots, perform for lots of audiences and share what we do. I would love it if we could go and compete at convention at least once, maybe a couple of times, just because it's such an amazing audience and atmosphere and a great experience for everybody. You're absolutely terrified, and then you walk off the stage having sung and you want to turn around and just do it all over again, and you form such great friendships with the people that you sing with. To kind of share something like that with people who are also your friends is really lovely.
I really enjoyed going to convention. The purpose is to go to convention just to see how the performance is meant to be, but actually it's just a great little trip away. You pack your suitcase, you stay in a hotel, a bunch of girls that you just know them and love them all. And when I think back how much I really enjoyed it, I can't wait to go away again.
Where do we see More Harmony in another 10 years? I think we'll be just as fantastic. It would be nice to go out and do lots more sing outs and in lots of different venues, maybe venture out of Cornwall, maybe going back to Germany.
I'd like to think that in 10 years' time, More Harmony will have grown in numbers. I can't see us ever being huge because I just don't think that is the kind of chorus that we are. I think it would be lovely to have been to Labs Convention and sung a couple of times, and just really to keep being what we are and keep growing, learning our craft, learning to perform, making everybody more confident with singing out, and yeah, just keep being what we are, but better.
Unless you walk through the door, you don't understand what you can achieve and what you can do.
Acapella, it sounds good to me. When I turn out the light, say goodbye to another night. I'm gonna rest my weary head, put my bones away to bed. I'm gonna get on my knees and pray to the Lord to give me just one more day. Oh Lord, hear my plea, this music means so much to me. Singing out soul to soul, soul to soul, brother to brother, brother to brother. Acapella, it sounds good to me. Singing out soul to soul, soul to soul, and brother to brother. It sounds good to me. Dum dum dum, shibbity wop dum, doo doo doo, shibbity wop, shibbity wop dum dum, shibbity wop dum, doo dum doo, shibbity wop, shibbity wop dum dum dum, shibbity wop dum, doo doo dum, shibbity wop, shibbity wop dum dum, shibbity wop dum, doo doo doo.